Entrepreneur, business owner, are you a hidden addict? I don't mean hard drugs, although maybe you are. I'm talking about something that society accepts widely as being normal. You know, a little drink after work, a little coffee in the morning. Is that having a bigger impact on your life, on your productivity, and on your business than you expect? That's what we're exploring in this controversial episode. And you know why it's controversial? Because you probably are an addict. Yeah. Because there's a lot of addicts out there who get very sensitive the moment we pronounce the word coffee. Welcome back to 5 minutes to reclaim your time, the series where I give you productivity tips under 5 minutes that help you reclaim your time. My name is Arnaud Sizi. I'm your peaceful productivity coach. I did drink coffee in my life. I did have beers and alcohol in my life. So I'm not judging anyone here. My only care is for you to re-evaluate your relationship with stimulants so that we can boost your productivity and your profit. We'll go over what's your relationship with stimulants and why you need to reevaluate it, and of course, some action steps at the end. Let's jump right in. What is your relationship with stimulants? That's more a question for you than for me. Recently, I was in a health seminar for 5 days and we were on a detox. We basically drank just water and vegetable juice, fruit juice, and water for 5 days. The last day, we allowed ourselves to have some avocado. And going there, I had a lot of apprehension because I was like, oh, I don't want to become a vegan. I like meat. Why do they want us to eat just, vegetable and stuff? Then I realized that the way they formulate it was really about a momentary detox. And I like this kind of test, this kind of changes in our life. Trying to be a vegan for a week, trying to be a breatharian, whatever the name is, for 5 days. Trying to eat only meat for 10 days and see what happens. I like this kind of experiments under medical supervision. Everything that I'm saying here is not medical advice. But what I realized during those 5 days was that I was addicted. Like there were some things that I considered to being normal that are not a given. Like there is no eternal rules of reality that says that I should eat some dairy product or that I should put some salt on my food or some extra sugar or that I should eat some Kinder Bueno and stuff like that. It's important that you look at your own relationship with the things that you consider obvious. My friend who I was at the retreat with, he was, his words, addicted to coffee. And he decided to go cold turkey and stop coffee altogether. And that was a real experience for him. So why you need to reevaluate your relationship with stimulants? Because what you consider being normal might impact your health. But who cares about that, right? This is a productivity and business channel, so who cares about health? What matters is that it can impact your vitality and your focus, which then impact your productivity and your profits. That's why we care about it, of course, because health, we'll worry about that later. I'm kidding, of course. Imagine if you could consume less of those substances and feel even better and have an even better work output. That's what we're going to talk in a moment in this video. Before that, if you want to reclaim your time, I've got some sweets for you, pun intended. I have a good cup of coffee for you. 5 minutes to reclaim your time. Go to peacefulproductivity.coach/reclaim your time to get tools, free tools to reclaim your time, tools that I use with my paid clients and that have been tested in the field and that I know will help you put hours back in your calendar. So if you're interested, peacefulproductivity.coach/reclaim your time. How do you reevaluate your relationship with stimulants and what do you do about that? Well, you do an experiment. You try. What happens if I don't drink coffee for 1 day? What happens if I don't drink coffee for 2 days? What happens if I don't drink coffee for 5 days? I would say, though, that with coffee in particular, you probably want your experiment to be at least 3 days. Because the same way as when you're doing a fast, the first and second day are the most difficult for most people. It might be the same. You wouldn't want to have the withdrawal effects just for the 2 first days and then go back to drinking it, because then you really are suffering for nothing. So I would invite you to give it a try for at least 3 or 4 days, and then if you can extend that to a week, then decide how you want to reintroduce it, if at all, right? I'm not against coffee. I think coffee can be a good tool, especially in the afternoon. And also there are some pills that you can take next to coffee. One of them is L-theanine, that helps remove some of the anguish that's sometimes connected with coffee. Like you feel pumped, but then there's a little bit too much of nervous energy that could impact your sleep and productivity. So there are some pills for that. But the best tool is really not to drink it in the first place and see how you react, because maybe you could find yourself more pumped without coffee. And alcohol, same thing. I don't drink alcohol personally, maybe 2 glasses a year or something like that. I cannot talk about that much. Most of my clients don't drink alcohol. But if it's something important for you, then I would also take a pause of it for a few days and see how you feel. See where it could fit potentially in your productivity routine. Maybe you do want to have a glass of red wine in the evening. There are many studies that show that it's good for your heart. But experiment and play with it and see. Use your energy level as the judge to know if it's the right thing to do or not. If you want to go deeper into that, if you have some questions, just ask them in the comment. I'm here for you. If you're an entrepreneur and you need help with your energy level, your question in the comment and tell me. I'll do a video about that if you are interested. And if you're a listener on podcast, on Apple Podcast or Spotify, you can leave a review. I read all of those as well. As usual, thanks for your time. I appreciate you watching this. It was the first video of the series that you see. You've watched all of them before. Working hard to reclaim your time. I'm here to support you. And as usual, peace!